Let's talk about one of the other big stories, though, and an incredible tragedy was the murder, the kidnapping, murder, and dismembering of an 8-year-old boy in Brooklyn, Libby Kletzky, in which some people found the Jewish volunteer neighborhood watch group Shomrim to have been less than exemplary in waiting a couple of hours after they started their search to involve the New York Police Department. Shortly after that incident, you wrote a post headlined, "After Kletzky, NYPD budget should be cut, Shomrim funds increased."
Okay. One of the most inaccurate things about this Kletzky event is the suggestion from reporters, and I've seen it in the New York Post recently too, to say that the Shomrim or the community mishandled this case, and a report in the New York Post went all the way to suggest that because of their mishandling of this case, this led to Kletzky being found dead. I think it's arrogant to suggest that an organization who sprung into action because they have the time, the volunteers, and the means to do it earlier than the New York Police Department would ever do. I think it's defaming, to say the least, that they have led or have mishandled this case. The fact of the matter again is, if you go into the police department now, tell them a 10-year-old, give me a second, 10-year-old is missing, they will not move so fast. And I think the only reason why the NYPD got a lot of forces out on the street that night is because the community went out in a strong force to support. And then again, how did we find the infamous footage of Kletzky meeting up this Levi Aaron? Who found it? A community member. Who found the car? Again, I'm not suggesting the NYPD didn't do a good job. But I'm saying, if you want to go to this extreme, to claim that Shomrim messed up this case, the community messed it up because we have our own policing, then how about, you know what, illustrate absurdity by being absurd and go to the other side and say, you know what, how about you cut NYPD funding, increase Shomrim?